Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special episode of EduMatch. So, I'm super excited because today we're going to be chatting with Elissa, who is an awesome member of the EduMatch community, as well as one of our amazing authors. So, Elissa, welcome, welcome, welcome to EduMatch.
Thank you. I am excited to be here, and I'm glad that we get this opportunity to share our experiences and to join into the EduMatch family.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you. And this is all because of you and people like you who have been joining and bringing pieces of themselves to help us build this together. So, for those of you who don't know Elissa, let me tell you a little bit about her. You first of all, you need to get to know her. So, Elissa is a mother, a wife, an educator, and an advocate for families touched by autism. She draws inspiration for her books from her own life experiences. She also enjoys seeing children get excited as they transform into the minds of the characters that they read about. She hopes that her readers are able to see the beauty in diverse perspectives and grow in their ability to see greatness in every situation. So, Elissa, wonderful bio. So, tell us about your background and who or what inspired you to go into education.
I am a former high school English teacher, and I did that for a while. And then I was department chair. I did instructional coaching, high school, and then I became an elementary school reading specialist. Um, and that was really great because it was working with ELL population, mostly Latinx, and all of this in Chicago. And now I am a full-time grad student at Loyola for curriculum and instruction. And my goal is to teach teachers. That's my objective. And so that's kind of my background. I'm passionate about culturally responsive teaching, as well as ed tech integration and literacy. So those are all of my things kind of mushed together. I'm also a mom of 4 children, and I have a great husband. And the inspiration for my books has really been my 2 boys who have autism. And so they're on 2 different sides of the spectrum. One is more Asperger's, and the other is on the other side of the spectrum. Really took him kind of a long time to be verbal. He's musically gifted. They're both 2 fantastic kids. And so in my children's books, you'll see my children that have autism, but you'll also see my family, my other kids, my husband, myself, reflected in kind of how we've grown as a family.
Wow, that is powerful. That is powerful. So, if you could please just summarize your book for our viewers so that they know what to expect from Daddy's Favorites.
Sure. Daddy's Favorites is a book about a little girl who is um, struggling for attention, kind of the sibling rivalry thing, right? So one kid wants daddy's attention, and the other kid wants and needs daddy's attention as well. And we know that kids all need attention, but the added dynamic is that Jill, who's our main character, really wants the attention of her dad, and her brother, who has autism, kind of has situations. He has meltdowns, and in those situations, the family kind of rushes to him, and she still needs that attention. And so it's really about how parents balance. It's about how siblings balance, and it's about really looking at autism more as as a part of a family dynamic, and not just this kid is autistic, but really how does autism kind of weave in and out of family experiences.
Right. I love seeing that because I felt like it was a very what's the word, like a very you covered the bases very nicely in there. So I love that. I love that. So what well, first of all, before we go to the next question, I wanted to give a shout out to Kathy, who's watching right now. Hey, Kathy. So she says hi to you too, Elissa.
Hey,
Hey.
hey.
So what impact are you hoping that Daddy's Favorites has on the reader?
Well, I'm hoping that people who read the book. So the book is pre-K 2. So all of my elementary school teachers or folks who just have kids, right? I'm hoping that there is kind of a window kind of the whole idea of the windows and doors, the window into what it feels like to be to kind of have autism, because there's a meltdown in there, but also as the parent, from a parent perspective, kind of looking at it like that. So I'm hoping that folks can get a little bit more perspective, but I'm also hoping that people who have an exceptionality, that they can also see themselves as well in the books as well. As we look at the complexities of people and the complexities of families, we want to make sure that kids, just like people, are not cast in one dimension. And so, yes, I want folks to empathize, but I also want kids to say, oh my gosh, that's like me, or that's like my cousin, or that's like my brother. And so I want them to, it's really for everybody. It's not just for families with kids with autism. If you're a teacher or you're at home and you've got a library and you're talking about things that are going on in life, everyday things that are going on in life, I want you to be able to see that and say, okay, this is me as well.
I love that. Absolutely. And I'm sure that kids will be able to do that. Families will be able to do that. They'll be able to see themselves. And also, I love what you said about the windows and the mirrors. So absolutely love that. So your book is launching on Tuesday. So what kind of, yes. Yeah. Super excited for that. So I should point out also, this is the very first EduMatch children's book. So so excited for that. So cannot wait to have you be a pioneer and lead us in that way. So that is awesome. Yes. So tell us, what do you have planned for launch day?
Okay, for launch day, we've got a bunch of things going on. So it's a virtual launch. So there'll be, we'll be talking about it on Twitter. We'll be talking about it on Facebook. We'll have some chances for folks to win some free books, to win some EduMatch t-shirts. There's going to be, a Q&A, a Twitter Q&A. So I'm going to throw some questions out there and really conversation around the things that we just talked about that are in the book. And there's also going to be an opportunity for schools and teachers or organizations, if they want to win 30 minutes with the author, in terms of if they're close by, if somebody's in Chicago, right, they're local, I can come out to them. If they're far away, I can do a virtual chat with them as well. And so we've got a bunch of stuff. Going on. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited as well. So that is awesome. Cannot wait for that to pop off on Tuesday. Fantastic. So the next question, kind of turning it to you as an author. So you said that you drew on your inspiration for your life as inspiration. So what advice would you give to any educators compelled to tell their story?
I would first just tell any educator that we live as people, right? You walk in the door and you're a mother, you're a father, you're a friend, you're a sister, you're a dog lover, right? You have all these selves that you come into the classroom with, and we kind of forget about those selves when we teach, right? You kind of give your all and you teach, and you want to meet the needs of the students that are in front of you. And what I realized in writing this book, and there's going to be more, right? What I realized in writing this book is that there's lots of pieces of me that I can share, that I can build experiences with other people, that we can kind of grow together. And so you don't have to have it kind of perfectly all the way laid out, but you can have an idea and you can build upon that idea.
Absolutely. I love that. So the multiple selves and how that can, how they come together to influence us, and how we can draw from those selves. So wonderful. So you have a lot going on. What kinds of things can we see from you in the future? Because I mean, I'm excited about everything that you have that you're working on. So tell us some things that we can look out for in the future.
Well, there's going to be some more children's books. I'm already working on another one, already into it. And actually, there'll be at least two more, but there's one that we're, well into. So I have a great partnership. I start writing and then I ask my husband, hey, what do you think? And he says, I think maybe this. And so I can kind of vibe off of him. But yeah, so there'll be more children's books. And then hopefully as time kind of goes on, I'll be able to write from the perspective of a mother, just writing about my experience as a mother, as a woman, and our relationship and how kind of our marriage changed as we began to be a different kind of parent, and kind of loving our children the way that they needed to, instead of saying, this is what I think you should do, this is I think you should be, and kind of loving them through who they are and celebrating our children. So that's we're talking about, months and then over the next couple of years as well.
Lovely. So that is going to be there's so many great things coming from you. So super excited to follow you on the journey, and even more excited to be part of it in any way. So with EduMatch and as a friend. So awesome. So thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. So tell us, how can people get in touch with you online?
Oh my goodness, yes. So our hashtag is Daddy's Fave Book. And my Twitter handle is Frazier's with an S Vision. And folks can tag me. You can tweet at me. You can Facebook me. You can visit EduMatch if you have questions, or you just want to share something. You just want to talk. I am still that teacher, right? I'm always going to be a teacher. So if you have questions, I'm pretty open. So yeah, that's how you can get a hold of me.
Awesome. Awesome. Want to give a shout out to Fabiana, who has also joined us, who says hi from Buenos Aires. So thank you so much for tuning in, Fabiana. So excellent. So definitely everybody check out Elissa. She definitely is an amazing educator, an amazing person, and lots of great things to come from her, and that have already come, but even more greatness to come down the line. So really looking forward to that. So we will be back in about 48 minutes with Tweet and Talk tonight, which will be facilitated by Leslie Fagan and Robin Harris. And the topic is living intentionally. So come back, same bat channel for that, different bat time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, podcast with an s.edumatch.org/tweet talk. And we will see you all there. All right, everyone, have a great, great rest of your hour.